Hello and welcome to another Tomato Sauce stream. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit funky. We are going to be trying out the kind of Aqua engine that we've been seeing. Not the entire Aqua deck, just the engine being Seahorse Carrier and Kanan the Sword Diva. We want to see how many of the light normal monsters, or the light aqua normal monsters, we feel we have to run to make Seahorse Carrier feel kind of worth it. We're going to see what this deck can do. We just hop straight in when OBS picks us up. There we go. We can see that this is the deck that we're planning on running today. So we might be swapping around a bit, testing different stuff out. But the gist of this deck is basically to include Seahorse Carrier and Kanan to try and get an extra way to be able to get monsters out. And obviously Dragon Casters is going to be the best kind of generic body to kind of put this engine in. Now, the other kind of weird part of this deck is that we are playing Triad Drago. And that is because, again, if we can resolve Triad Drago's effect, the extra card is very, very powerful, because that means we can potentially go into multiple high-level monsters all at once. Which is why I also run a bit of a higher level 7 plus count than usual on 7, as well as having two other monsters that are level 6 in our 7 Druid Witch and Summon Skull. So this is the idea, is it's basically just trying to fulfill all of these different requirements. So to try and make sure the Triad Dragon is going to go off, we're playing the 3 Dragorai and the 3 Winged Dragon Guide of the Fortress, which is also fine because that is an Earth and a Wind for our 7 Druid Magician, and that's kind of the gist. That's kind of what we have. So we're going to see kind of what we can do with this. And also, should note, this is our 3rd account. So this is a brand new ranked account. So we're starting from scratch, work our way up. This list should easily be able to make it all the way up to King of Games. But this account, we're actually not trying to hit King of Games. We're going to get up to that gold 5 and then just kind of stop. So that we have an account that's just kind of floating around there where we want it. So that we can get more competitive games than King of Games, which sometimes feels a bit like a joke. So, let's see what we can do here. Already we've got a bit of a weird one. We don't really want to go all in with this. I don't think we need to hold on to a Seahorse Carrier. And I think Triad Drago might be more useful to hold on to. Let's just do this. This way we should get Kanan into the graveyard nice and early. Winged Dragon was the other one potentially, but I think if we can hold on to Triad Drago, if we do draw 2 dragons, we'll be in a pretty good spot. Just get an extra draw. Looks like this is probably Dragonic Resonance. Let's see what he's got for us. Ooh, turn 1 Dragius. That's pretty scary. But if he keeps the other 2 cards in his hand, which he is, this is actually looking pretty good for us. So because that's in the grave, we can just immediately get it back whenever we want. We also have the Seahorse Carrier down. We cannot use its effect though, because it's only the turn it's normal summoned. We can, however, just beat over this. Is there any other play we make here? Not really. We can't use our dealer to draw a card. I guess we kind of want to keep hold of these boys. So we just summon Tribute 2. But then what are we ending on here? I mean, we could just summon out the other Seahorse Carrier, but that feels like a bit of a waste. I think here we are just going to... What? 1, 2, 3, 4... Summon Tribute for that. Summon. Then we just have to end on that. That also feels really bad. Ugh, there's like no good way to do this, is there? I guess we'll just give up the Triad Drago. So we'll summon this out. We will Tribute 2. Then we will just normal and normal. Activate SRM. Go to battle. Man, we hit all the lights here, didn't we? This way we've managed to maintain the Seahorse Carrier, which is pretty good. Now, we could have put another water monster in the graveyard by tributing Mystic Dealer, but then we would have been attacking with a 700 or not got the 3rd attack in. And I think getting our opponent down to 3,100 is probably just worth it here. Forcing out an early Dragonic Pressure. This is pretty good for us. Brings back Triad Drago and Set. That's really bad for our opponent. Let's see if we can draw some Tribute monsters. We can. Not the ideal Tribute monsters, but I guess it still is something. So we might as well... I mean, is there a reason to use Seahorse Carrier effect here? There isn't really. We're just going to end up with a whole hand anyway. We have to use every card in our hand. We could basically just say that we're going to have a Canaan in our hand, which is not really worth it. So I guess we'll just empty the whole hand. Get out our beaters. Activate Prima Katana. Go battle, and then these should easily clear over whatever these are. And we will put our opponent down to a measly 300 life points before passing. So he basically needs a Dragius to try and come back into this, and then we need to get unlucky. Okay, Phoenix Dragon gets him the Dragius, which is what he needs. The thing is, how many spellcasters do we even have in Grave, assuming we draw what we want? 1, 2? Yeah, so if we do just find a 7's row, we do just win. Okay, so he's got a really, really bad hand then if he's doing this. I assume Resonance is coming up? Nope, I'm just going to go Fire Guardian. Okay, well, any high level does it. We have quite a few left in deck. And there is one of them. So, we will summon... Activate the effect. We might as well pitch. I mean, it's not bad, but it also doesn't really do anything for us. And then we'll just win the game here. We don't have any Fiends in Grave, so... we don't have to worry about any potential Phantom Binds. And let us see what we get now. Rookie rank 2. So the slow climb does begin. We'll have to see how long it takes us to actually get up to a decent rank. I very much doubt we're going to get an undefeated streak all the way up, but we'll see what happens. Maybe we can get really, really lucky. You never know. Rush on D and Keto. Alright. Okay, well this is an awkward hand, so we are going to be summoning a Dragius turn 1. But we don't really want to do, but